ग्रांट्स पे बोलने से पहले चंद अशार पेश करना चाहूँगा।
इरशाद इरशाद।
अपने चेहरे से जो जाहिर है छुपाएं कैसे, तेरी मर्जी के मुताबिक नजर आए कैसे। घर सजाने का तसव्वुर तो बहुत बाद का है, पहले ये तय हो कि घर को बचाएं कैसे।
वेरी गुड वेरी गुड।
I am glad that various honorable members have shown keen interest in discussing matters concerning my department. While the departments have adequately shared the details desired by honorable members through questions and cut motions, your suggestions would help us all to improve further. There is always a scope for improvement, and together we can further improve the working of these departments. Today, I will use this occasion to touch all the departments I am holding and try to further elaborate on the issues raised by honorable members today during discussions and also through their questions. I will start with Department of Information Technology. Jammu and Kashmir is driving a comprehensive digital transformation mission to deliver inclusive and hassle-free government services. The IT department of Jammu and Kashmir stands at the forefront of the region's digital revolution, dedicated to enhancing government efficiency, transparency, and citizen empowerment through cutting-edge digital technologies. Through strategic partnerships and proactive measures, the department aims to build a resilient digital ecosystem, ensuring equitable access and safeguarding digital assets for all residents of Jammu and Kashmir. JNK has adopted a layered and focused approach in the digital journey, where the underlying base assumption is a reliable, robust, and highly available connectivity infrastructure in the largest interest of the connected community, connected government, and bringing the government closer to the people in an equitable manner for inclusive growth. Over the past many years, the number of online services has increased from around 60 to 1166 being provided to citizens, along with provision of capturing citizen feedback through the rapid assessment system and integrations with mobile doors, DigiLocker, payment gateway, etc. All the online services are being brought under the ambit of auto appeal, auto escalation mechanism act as per the provisions of Public Service Act 2011. Carrying forward the good work, an outcome-based approach shall be adopted to realize the new paradigm of line to online, Q to QR, ask only once, cashless, presentless services, and my data guided by the underlying goal of citizen empowerment. Digital J&K shall be realized in a phased manner, following the principle of think big, start small, scale fast. Some of the major projects which the department is going to undertake: e-governance center of excellence, which will be set up where industry players will partner in conducting interdisciplinary research, developing cutting-edge application and scalable problem solutions in the areas of agriculture, health, and the like sectors. This will also galvanize an effective AI ecosystem and nurture quality human resource in the field, besides investing in research, development, and innovation. Capacity building programs. Dedicated multidisciplinary courses will be supported to ensure skill enhancement in futuristic technologies and research. Modernization, strengthening of IT infrastructure. The obsolete infrastructure important offices of Honorable LG, Honorable CM, Legislative Assembly, Chief Secretary, and Administrative Secretary shall be replaced with new technology hardware for smooth conduct of government. Augmentation, enhancement of compute in state data center. Expanding the existing data center to support growing digital infrastructure and governance needs. The key areas of augmentation shall include storage and compute expansion, upgrade to high performance server and SSD-based storage for faster data access, implementation of hyper-converged infrastructure to improve scalability, adoption of private cloud for critical government applications, besides integration with public cloud providers for flexibility. A near disaster recovery center will be established for the existing SDC to protect from downtime and to maintain business continuity of notified critical applications. A remote disaster recovery center will be established in different seismic zones to protect from data loss in real disaster situations and full business continuity. The department would be discouraged from building parallel data centers server security. Strengthening of digital connectivity. The success of digital J&K is dependent upon robust connectivity within and across government departments and agencies, as well as across society. While the connectivity across society is to be partly fulfilled by the optical fiber network of BharatNet, the internal connectivity within the government is fulfilled by GKSP. The combined power of these two is foundational to the evolution of connected community and connected government. These plans for establishing and enhancing these two components are outlined below. BharatNet is strategically important to lay a digital superhighway traversing districts, tehsils, and connected up to Gram Panchayat for mainstream digital and the progress of BharatNet is critical in this regard. JK Swan would extend horizontally at district level the steel and block headquarters. More points of presence would be established to cover major public facing departments like revenue, police, urban local bodies, registration, agriculture, industry, health and education. The government Wi-Fi intranet would be made seamless at all government offices, including J&K House in UP. Apart from this, land would be established at Civil Secretariat Jammu and Srinagar. District land would be established at district headquarters. Digital village centers shall be established in 1,000 Gram Panchayat location with a vision to improve connectivity, outreach besides extension of PO office. E-governance data policy. To unleash innovation and research by startups and academia, a good governance data policy will be introduced. This will enable access to anonymized data, conduct of internship programs. The Information Technology Department shall strengthen its internship program to provide students with practical work experience in IT, work on important IT policy projects, learn about government functioning. These internship programs are stipend-based and a 6-month duration. Besides above, IT department shall also implement various other e-governance initiatives, automation of hospitals, unified dashboards, digital signage for dissemination of information in district and panchayat to citizens, IVRS, establishment of NOC, etc. to support e-governance sector. Now, I move to Department of Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs. The Department of Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs has been functioning in J&K with the prime motive to provide food security to different sections of society through implementation of National Food Security Act. It makes all arrangements for distributing entitled quantity of food grains free of cost to vulnerable section and at affordable price to other sections so as to help them live life with dignity. Almost 1 crore of our population is benefited under public distribution system run by the department each month. Presently, 16.64 lakh households comprising 66.62 lakh beneficiaries under NAFSA are eligible to receive free food grains every month in Jammu and Kashmir under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. While each AAY household gets 35 kg of food grains every month, free of cost, each beneficiary in a priority household gets 5 kg of food grains every month, free of cost. Food grains are also made available to the department at a scale of 5 kg per beneficiary at highly affordable and subsidized cost, which is rice at 15 per kg, wheat at 12 per kg, and wheat flour at 13 per kg, to nearly 8.15 lakh non-priority households, comprising nearly 31.70 lakh beneficiaries in Jammu and Kashmir. It has also been intervening from time to time to further augment food needs of vulnerable sections and safeguarding them from rising costs of food. As a part of this effort, Government of Jammu and Kashmir is presently implementing Prime Minister's food supplementation for priority household scheme and providing additional 5 kg of rice each month to member of PSA, subject to maximum of 10 kg per household and the cost of 25 per kg, in a manner that the total entitlement of the household does not exceed 35 kg under all. Under this scheme, 13.49 lakh households are eligible. It's a matter of satisfaction that the elected government has started delivering on its promises made to the people. This department has also made a modest beginning. As you all know, that providing additional food grains in the context of AAY is the proposal in the annual financial statement of 25-26. Sugar is also being provided to AAY families at a scale of 1 kg per family per month through participation in scheme of sugar subsidy for AAY families under PDA of Government of India at a scale rate of rupees 13.50 per kg only. There is no provision in the scheme to cover beneficiaries other than AAY house. Many honorable members have suggested for bifurcation of ration cards. Bifurcation of ration card has been stopped by Government Order Number 853 APD of 2016, dated 4/05/2016. This was required for adhering to targets assigned for coverage of families under public distribution system, particularly AY households, by the Department of Food and Public Distribution, Government of India, where the entitlement is at scale of 35 kg per house. The process of bifurcating ration cards through issuance of fresh ration cards will lead to implication of arranging additional food grains for such households. This also has implication in increasing the burden for department under other schemes run by the Department of Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs and in other schemes of government where public distribution system database is utilized and household is in need of entitlement. Bifurcation of ration cards can only be considered once there is a revision of household targets by Department of Food and Public Distribution Government. At the same time, Department has made consistent effort in bringing any left out eligible household beneficiary under public distribution system. Standing orders have been issued to include left out eligible beneficiaries household, if any, into the public distribution system as well. Since shifting of ration card management system in September 2022, 28,996 new ration cards under NAFSA and 45,075 under NPHH have been issued to deserving households, and the registered e-service registrants who were reported to be not covered under public distribution system. The aim is not to keep any eligible beneficiary out of public distribution fund.